Hi, I hope you're listening to this lying in your bed, looking at the ceiling, because it's a whole different experience. But yeah, let's, do I say let's get started all the time? I think I do. Anyway, let's get started anyway. I have a lot of filler words that I need to work upon, but we'll do that. We'll get to that with time. But for today's episode, I have like a theme in my mind, but I don't know how I'm going to proceed with it. And as always, I'm just gonna try and see where it takes me and where my thoughts flow. So here it goes. So every time you start something that is you, that resonates with you, that you want to do out of passion or a place of love or because you are genuinely interested in it, you get all sorts of advice, right? And all sorts of information on the internet. And your brain will also try to come in between and be like, okay, no, look up what people are doing and try to, I wouldn't say copy, but follow their steps and you'll get that result that they have. And the problem that happens in those cases is it loses your flavor. Like you might not agree with the process and the system someone else follows, and you might want to do it differently. But because you've heard about it so much and because everyone does the same thing, you kind of want to follow it yourself and limit to how it has been done always in the hope that it doesn't just give you results, but also brings you happiness. And that has been a bit problematic for me. Like, I started my personal brand journey with LinkedIn, and then I wanted to reach more people. So I thought I'll get on Instagram because that is where my main target audience is. But I hate Instagram. All right. It has always been a place of too much chaos for me. I can't handle the stories, the posts, the reels, the DMs all in the same place. It really makes my brain feel like a lot at once. And yeah, I don't ever feel energized when I exit the app, which is why I decided to stop using it altogether. I did not find anything good coming out of it. And the only reason I went back to Instagram was in the sense of a creator and trying to reach people who are like me and yada yada yada. But it soon I soon realized that this is not for me. Like no matter how much a beginner would like to start on that app and it has many users and everyone uses it on a regular basis, all of that, I just could not bring myself to create content on that app. I did create a few reels in the start, and every time I did it, I left feeling weird. So then I started asking myself, like, is it even necessary to do this if my heart is not into it? And yeah, so even when I started this thing, I was advised to go on video. And again, I was reminded of the time that I was shooting those reels and how I did not feel like myself. And just because that has brought results for someone and it is, I think, comparatively easier to grow on Instagram than on YouTube. I could be completely wrong. But yeah, since it's like the most sought out platform, I did not want to do it. It did not sit well with me. So the reason why I chose to not go with video for these podcasts as well is that I'm more comfortable with audio. I feel like I'm in my element. I feel like I get into the state of flow when I start talking. So I would rather do that. Video does not do that for me. Maybe I'll find the exact reason in the future, but for now, this is enough. Like, whatever makes me feel like, okay, I am centered. This feels natural to me. I am going to take it up instead of trying to crunch myself and follow what everyone is doing. Yeah. So this is how I relate to anything that feels natural to me now. When I meditate, definitely it takes like a second of trying to pick myself up and be like, you have to be disciplined about this because this is good for you, and you really feel amazing during the process of doing it and after doing it. So, why wouldn't you want that experience? So, every time I do something where I feel great while doing it in the process and after doing it, I will take it up. It might take like a second of discomfort or trying to convince my mind. But once I'm over that, when I start doing it, I feel amazing. So that's what I keep reminding myself. And there are very few things that give me that meditative feeling. It's writing, it's podcasting, and meditation itself, and dancing too. Yeah. So I have a thing with working out. I have been trying to do it since forever. And every time, even while doing it, I feel frustrated. I don't like it. I just keep waiting for when it will end, which is similar to how I feel during my college lectures and doing anything that my heart is not into while recording videos or yeah. So there are these things that I know about myself that I don't like. So I have to find a way to first know what comes naturally to me through trying things and just observing. When I get lost in a space where I feel connected, where I feel like I am fully able to express myself and what my soul has to bring forth. So I try to observe it as much as I can and take it ahead. So the point of all of this is that we are told that it's necessary to choose discomfort or like comfort is your worst enemy. What's that quote? I forgot. And yeah, what not. But I feel constant discomfort is not necessary. If even after a month of doing something, 3 months, 1 year, and just constantly being at it, and even during the process of performing something, great. You don't feel great even after doing it. There's no point in building up that frustration and hate within yourself. I am pretty sure there are many other alternatives. And even if there aren't, you can derive one for yourself. You don't have to keep doing something just because that's how it's normally done. Because what is even normal in the first place? It's what you define for yourself. And it's not something others define for you. So every time you're told to do things a certain way and act in a certain way, just ask yourself if it feels true to you. And if it does not, leave it. You don't have to. You have the choice to only do things that feel at home, that feel authentic, and that's completely okay. Which also brings me to the point where uh, one of my friends once mentioned that no one is original in the world. I know where it is coming from. It comes from the fact that everything that we do is like inspired from someone, and like we collect so many ideas and some make something of ourselves and all of those things. But here's my take on, as someone who is a complete looks at everything from a spiritual lens, this is just what I have to add to it. Like, God has made all of us completely unique, and we have gathered a lot of experiences, not just from this life, but from previous lives as well. So it's on us to come back to our center, come back to our home, come back to the realization of ourselves, of who we are, and function from that place of uniqueness. It's just that we haven't found our center, so we constantly look for it outside and get little pockets of joy, and then we think that yeah, this is who we are, and this is our life. But who you truly are won't be revealed outside. You might get some hints and you might get some, like, a feeling through someone's work, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you can't be original and you are just a mix of everyone's ideas. You're not. That's just a part that inspires you to get to the core of who you are. So, for example, I love Dead Poet Society, right? And everything about that film, every dialogue of that film is just amazing writing in itself. But there's this one scene which really hit me close. Like, I can talk about the whole movie like that, but this one where Robin Williams brings all the students out in the garden, and he talks about how we need to stay away from conformity. And he just goes that every time you do something different, people around you will go, no, that's bad. That's not good. And you just still have to keep doing it. You need to, even if someone says that's bad and they don't like what you're doing or how you think or how you feel or how you act, that does not matter. You cannot conform yourself, because the one thing that separates you from them is your unique experiences, your ideas, what you learn from them. So that scene, that particular scene, inspired me to dig deeper into who I truly am and what is it that makes me different. So it sparked something within me. It it was like, okay, I need to contemplate on this. I need to think about this further. But it's not like the idea from that movie became mine. It was just a source of reflection for me, a source to discover myself further. So everything that you find on the outside is more like a nudge for you to think more deeply, maybe, and bring you back to yourself. So, yeah, every time I consume something, every time I feel inspired by something, I just feel like this came into my life to make me realize something that I already have and maybe have overlooked for the longest time. But now that it's in front of my eyes, and now that I have the words to describe this feeling because someone else has done it, I can reflect on it. And yeah, that does not mean I'm not an original or that I cannot create something original. So, yeah, there's that. And I hope this is not getting too long and out of place. But there's one more thing that I want to share on similar lines. There's this book that I was reading about intuition, and it had this beautiful diagram where the author had mentioned that our ideas come from super consciousness. So there are three levels, I think: super conscious, second one I've forgotten, and it's consciousness. So the main thing is you need to keep elevating your consciousness, which happens through meditation mainly. And when you reach that super conscious state, you get ideas from the higher realm itself. Like that state of consciousness helps you to become more open to ideas. And once you grab that idea, you can bring it into action, and then the cycle continues. Idea from super consciousness, bring it to action, again get into a state of super consciousness, get the idea, get into action, super consciousness, idea, action. That's how the cycle flows. And ever since I've seen that, I haven't been able to get that out of my head. And I'll give an example. Whenever you go to the shower or for a walk, the reason why you get so many ideas is because you finally allowed the space, and like your mind is not thinking about work or what I need to, like it's more free. It has more space to allow better ideas to come in. So that's what super consciousness does. For a few moments, you create the space where you don't think about work, you don't think about life, and suddenly you just get an idea. And that I feel is unique to you, is more like something that came out of you, something that came from within. And I would love to see people working from that place of consciousness. Like, how beautiful would it be if all of us had better intuition, if we made our capabilities as good and constantly derive ideas from within? That would be a completely different scenario. And while I haven't experienced a lot of it because I'm still trying to get good with it and elevating my consciousness, but there are few moments when I get ideas and just something keeps flowing through me. I do realize that I want to do more of this. I want to see more people working from this place where they just keep getting ideas and keep bringing it into action. So, yeah, be it while you're in your shower or in your walk or during a meditation, please, please, please pursue those ideas and bring it into action, because that product will definitely you, be something different from what all of us have been seeing constantly. And Who wouldn't love nuance? Who wouldn't love a different take on life? Who wouldn't want to see what your mind can produce when used the right way? So, yeah, I'll end it here. I'll end it with those thoughts. I'm sorry if this one felt like there were too many pauses and it was getting complicated to understand. I should have done a better job at that, but I'll definitely take up the topic in future and try to explain it better. But for now, I hope it helps you in some or the other way. Thanks for listening.